Hey guys, welcome back to another show, GM Poking. As you can see, I don't have my background behind me, so I'm going to make the image a little smaller. We're not going to jump all over the screen and have that background there. Essentially, I needed to use it for a photo shoot that we're doing somewhere else for a different company. So this is what you're stuck with. As you can see, we finally have the Shrouded Fable ETBs in. So I have 4 of these on the table because, as you know, if you've been watching the channel for a while, I like to do a little show on can you weigh it. That's good. I don't have that yet, so I'm excited to see that. Essentially what I do is I take this little scale here, right? We open it up, we weigh the packs, and I find out, can you actually weigh these packs to find the hits? Now, I think they've been getting better. I think it's better than it used to be, but I am still finding that most of the sets leading all the way up till now have been weighable in the sense where someone could rip these open, pull out the higher percentage packs, and then sell off the rest. So I see a lot of posts all the time where people say, hey, I've got 100 packs of this, 150 packs of this, and they're saying I'm selling it for this amount. Well, those are the kind of people that make me a little bit curious. Now, obviously, I don't really sell loose packs. I don't really have an urge. I've just started selling some of my sealed sports products. I'm not going to have enough time to literally rip them and get them graded before the end of the year when I want to sell them all. But with these, I generally don't sell. I do have loose packs in the back when I was doing Whatnot, as you can see. We did the shows, and you see me rip those live on Whatnot. But in any case, I am going to open these up. We're going to go through and kind of show you what it look like. Then I'll fast forward through. I'll do all the weighing, and we'll kind of see what we can find in Shrouded Fables. And we'll also see if we can figure out whether they're weighable through 40 packs. I'll see you guys on the inside. All right, welcome back to the show, everyone. So here's the gist of this. I'm going to open one of these things. We're going to get right into this here, and we're going to find out geez, I can't even get in. It's been so long since I've been opening Pokemon cards. We're going to find out what exactly is in one of these things. A Shrouded Fable. This is, I think, Scarlet Violet 6.5, I believe is the number. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, and I apologize if I am. Here is the card we're going to find, and there we go. A Peturant. Sorry, I murder names all the time. So that's going to be our promo card. Then they're pretty much standard stuff in there. So we have 9 packs in this thing because it's not the Poké Center ETB. We'll get a big stack of energy cards. We just chuck that. The dice look pretty cool, kind of like a Halloween theme. I'm surprised these didn't come out closer to Halloween. You have your, I have a million of those little marker conditions, the player's guide, and the box assortment, and then you have your little dividers. I'm wondering if they're going to have a metallic finish or not. So I always say, if you're going to collect this set, you got to get it. It feels smaller than the other ones. I don't have one to compare, and maybe it's just been a while. It does feel honestly smaller than the other ones. But when you go through these, it's going to kind of talk about the new set, talk about the new cards, if there's any new game mechanics, maybe about the meta a little bit, and then essentially, yeah, new abilities, effects, and whatnots. This is why. Look at this. So there you go. You have a picture every single card. So in the past, when I was trying to complete, master sets and stuff for these things, I would go through and I would make an X, across one, and the second way for the other. So that way I had the normal and the reverse, or you can check the boxes. But yeah, that's why I love these things. These have to be smaller. I'm going to have to pause and go grab one to compare. So I'm not actually even seeing this. I've only opened, I think, like 4 of these packs so far. I was waiting for the ETBs to get in there. But a ton of booster bundles that aren't in yet. And I think that one right there, that's our chase card. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, I think that's what we want to get. So if we can get that one, that we're going to be pretty happy. I'm always happy with any kind of special illustration rare. And there's a couple golds that we're looking for too. So pretty stoked. A couple good trainer cards in there. Then we're right into the ultras. Not a lot of illustration rares, I don't think, right? So, oh no, maybe there are. Maybe there's a good number of them. Oh yeah, Q-Fan. That'll be pretty cool. So we have the player guides in here. If you ever want to pick up any of the players guides, always look in there. Sometimes I get a pack stuck in there. If you're ever interested in picking up players guides, dividers, whatever they might be, the sleeves are pretty cool. Kind of like got a slightly metallic, not too much shine. And black on the inside. I don't like the normal like silver. I always like when they change it up. So I remember when I saw these, I was thinking there were gold back at those. Yeah, I'm kind of stoked about that. Those aren't too bad looking. There's going to be a bent up. No, I hope not. There will be a code card. And since I've never opened this, I'm going to scan this myself and get some of these so I can use them in TCG live. And then look at this. We got a promo card. Is it well centered? No, of course it. I swear every promo card I get. Okay, there's that one. It doesn't look that bad in the camera, but in real life, it looks bottom heavy and right heavy. I have a hard time of only, I think for promo cards, maybe I've only gotten 1 or 2 tins ever when I've tried. They do have a metallic finish. So look at that. They got the purple shine on there. It's pretty cool. Same as the sleeves. And then the backside, cool. It's a Pokeball with more metallic. I think this is probably some of my favorites. I think really honestly, they should around Halloween time. Probably some of my favorites, honestly, of all the dividers that I've seen. And now we'll have a bunch because we'll rip our case. Then I'm super stoked when they went to this. They're not little plastic baggies. It's much easier for me to stack. But yes, I do put the dice that I get, the dividers, the sleeves, and the player guides available on my website. Please get them from there. I don't have to pay the eBay fees when you do that. It just really helps out the channel that much more because I'm not giving a big chunk to eBay, but I probably honestly will put them on eBay just because I need to move them. And I don't even know what to do with these. No one ever wants these. If you're interested in these things, let me know. Otherwise, I just will end up donating them to a good cause where kids can use them and play with them. And then we have our packs. We've got 9 packs. And again, I've not memorized all these players' names yet, or all the Pokemon's names yet. So we have 4 different packs. Here we go. We got the monkey one. They've got like the pheasant one. I forget this one's name. It was just part of the Pokemon Go Day. We got 2 monkeys. And, oh, we only have 1 Okie Dokie. They could have given me 2. Okay, so maybe the Okie Dogie will be our hit one, right? And then, of course, if you need energies, it's just a big fat brick of energies. I usually just toss them off the side. So I'm going to get into all these. Maybe I'll put a full version on one day, but essentially at this point, you're probably going to see just a fast forward animation. I'm going to talk throughout it in case I put it back on, but that's about the gist of it. So let's start getting the packs and I'll get into them. All right, so if for whatever reason you're hearing this, I put the full version on. I usually have fast forward to this because no one really wants to watch me get them out, get them weighed. Yeah, maybe you're here, maybe you're listening. Pretty cool. I'd like to know if you hear this, drop on the audio that you watch the extended version. Go hashtag extended version down in the comments, and you'll be entered in one of my giveaways. All you got to do is maybe tell me something you like about this set, but essentially just hashtag extended version, really. It'd probably be the best thing to do. Okay, so what am I going to do? We're going to put those there, throw that there, dividers there, that there. We chuck that brick over there. And where can we put these? Let's put those right there. Okay, got it. Where did I put the other dice and such? I wonder where I put them. I don't even know. Oh, right there. Okay. Jeez Louise, guys. Knock my Charizards down. Knock my sports cards down. If you... I don't need that coin in there. If you're into sports cards, I pulled that Frank Thomas 93 Leaf update. So many words to describe it. Autograph. It's out of 3,500. Super rare. They're going right. Well, the thing is, I pulled it, whatever, 30 some years after it's been out. So not a lot out there on the market. There's some though, but essentially $80 raw. Super stoked about that. Usually baseball cards right out of a pack raw. Not pulling $80 unless I'm opening some really ancient stuff. So I was pretty stoked when I pulled that, and I'm going to get it traded, and then it'll be worth even more because I honestly feel like I somehow managed not to chew up the. I do want to throw those in there now. I did manage not to chew it up, so it's actually in pretty good condition. I think it might be potentially a PSA 10. That's hence the grading. Otherwise, $80-$90, I would sell that outright on one of my probably YouTube friends' places here. Here we go. There. And let's get into one more so we can get enough packs. Holy moly. Moly moly. What movie is that? I'm trying to think. That's in one of the movies. I think it's the Chipmunk Kids movie. Always looking there. Look at that. 40 packs. So that thing, we know that these hold about 40, 45 packs now. Now that I did that, I guess I never ever tried to figure out how many packs they actually held. I give those to kids. That's what I do with those, by the way. All those energy cards, I just give them to kids at the karate school because they enjoy them. Okay, we're going to throw that off to the side. Throw this off to this side. Throw that over there for now. Keep this in the background, maybe? Maybe we'll do this. Of course, it doesn't fit that. Okay, there we go. We got a backdrop. And we got a lot of packs. All right. So at this point, I'm going to take these. I have one more video. Acceleration. Jeez, holy smokes. We're going to take this thing. I'm going to weigh them. And then I'll bring you right back again. Hopefully, unless you're watching extended version, you're not going to have to sit through this. So here we go. We start our weighing process. 23, 2301, 23. Oh, wow. Oh, no. I was going to say, hey, we're actually on the right pace, but we are not. It it abruptly ended. I did find my middle ground, my no-hit area, though. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to think it's very possible that I'm wrong, but I'm going to say these are weighable. Just already, I'm going to just call it now. They're weighable. At least for some of the better hits. I can't remember, honestly, if there's hollow energies or not, though. I will tell you that right now, I'm surprised that there's this many packs in this small of range. I usually have a much larger range, which means it's getting better, right? So, I mean, it's definitely getting better, is what I would say. There's not such a big difference in the ranges. My scales, it never gets used, and it's just totally needs to be calibrated. 92, 90. Come on. 13. 2290. 22. So there's my two illustration rares. Or, like I said, I can't remember. I know there's hollow. There's hollow energies. Okay, so that's going to be my two hollow energies. 11, 23. Yeah. So 3 hollow energies. It's probably about the right ratio. I'm going to redo these ones real quick just to kind of see where they fall. My thing is not calibrated for jack squat. Okay, that's going to be over and under. These are over under. Yikes, that one dropped. All right. Hey, guys, thank you for staying in there. It's a long time. And the nice thing is, for you guys, I fast forwarded. And I apologize if you hit the extended version. I didn't have an urge to chat. I was just trying to do stuff, mumble to myself. Okay, so let's get through this. So I've got, essentially, I've got 8 stacks here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of move these off a little bit to the sides. And generally speaking, in the past, I'd be able to say, okay, I'm going to hit better hits at one spot, and then I'm going to hit better hits here, and then the best hits guaranteed there. Now, I'm not sure if there's going to be whatever, but we're just gonna jump into it. And you know what? Let's get one of these open because I know I'm gonna need some sleeves. I ran out of sleeves last time, and I don't want to run out in the middle. And then my top loader is ready to go in case there's anything I'm gonna grade. And then, all right, let's get started. Shrouded Fable, super stoked. Like I said, I think I picked up because these weren't delivering yet. I picked up like a multi booster pack thing at like Walmart while I was picking up groceries, and I'm kind of excited to do this. Okay, so is it 1, 2, 3? Is that the yeah, I believe. I believe so. Okay. So I'm going to say that there's a good chance that we have hits on the ends and then not so good and better. And that's kind of, hopefully that's not the case. I'm hoping that there's hits all through, but I'm assuming like EXs are my hits, Ultra, and like my illustration, special illustrations. All right, there we go. We got Corliss's Tenacity. Here we go. No. And is it centered? It actually looks centered. Holy smokes. I hardly ever get a well-centered. I got back, I think I got in my last, what was last? Twilight Masquerade, the last time I did this. I got back 2 ace backs that were 10s. So out of all the ones that I've been pulling, I tried it. I tried I think 2 more, and they came back as 9s. And then we've got a Krogunk and a Dusk Noir. Noir. I don't know how to say that. All right, we're going to put the code cards, energy cards over there. So this is pack number 2. So I would have predicted that was a hit just because they're always the last pack at the end that I drop over. There's always a hit. And we got an ace back card. I don't even know what the values on these things are. Maybe if we hit something really nice, I'll go through and see what we can find. Q-Fant. All right, there's the card we're looking for, just not the right version. Oh, Slevion. I like those. If you, just like I've been doing my sports cards, if there's something you want, like if you want EV evolutions or you're looking for something specific, reach out to me. It's GM Pokey. All right, so then we got the reverse, the one we just pulled. That's no reverse. All right, we got a reverse of what would normally be like a rare. And what else do we have? Boom, right away. We got the Reverum EX, and it looks pretty well centered. I'm not going to necessarily say whether it's gradable or not yet. We'll take a quick look at the back to see what we think. I don't see any dings. This corner looks a little bit sketchy, but it can probably go. So I'm gonna just put these in anyways. I just got another 200 of them. Let me just order 200 at a time. I got some GM Poke ones that I'm working on, and if you guys would ever be willing to support the show by picking up GM Poke labeled, and it's not a disgusting label. It's not like it's everywhere. If you're ever interested in like this kind of stuff, you're like, hey, pull all the Slevions or pull these, pull the whatevers. Reach out, let me know. Sorry, the email is gmpokey001@gmail.com. And then what I will do is as I'm doing rips, as I go through, whether they're filmed or not, I can pull those cards and send them aside and reach out and say, hey, I got another so-and-so batch of them at you. Beware, we just pulled a Beware. Weevil, here we go. Energy. We got a Varoom. It looks like we have something back there again. I'm not sure what it's going to be. Is another EX. There's our other X. And it's the exact same card. We got a Reverum. It's only out of 64 cards. If you look at that, we're only at 64 cards, which means you're going to get a lot of doubles. Out of 40 packs, I'm going to have 400 cards. I'm going to have a lot of doubles, right? So be prepared to see the same card multiple times. And I would say lately, I've been hitting about a 33% hit ratio in a lot of the Scarlet Violets. So I would think that out of 40 packs, you should have, well, 13 cards that are better than your normal just hollow rare. Let's slip that in. Makes it kind of fun. Changes up a little bit. Q-Font. Again, Axew, Golbat. There's our Slevion again. Here we go. Malamar. It seems like in the weight, you're getting the same cards. I get the same kind of collation at those weights. All right, so nothing that time, but it's a Genesect. That's pretty cool. And nothing, no big hit yet. And another just, oh, that one's off. That's definitely right heavy. All right, some more hollows. So what do I do with all these cards? People have asked me in the past, what do I do with them? Well, the bulk cards, these common and uncommon, because I'm not trying to complete any master sets by any means anymore. I just don't have the time to be trying to do it. They go in big bulk boxes, right? So I have big, like 3,200 count boxes. It's full of, tons of sword and shield still. Still have, what's it called? Sun and Moon. There's XY in there, and then there's tons of Scarlet and Violet. And I sell cards. Here we go. Nothing. That's a pretty cool looking donut, though. I sell cards. Krogunk again, and nothing this time. I sell cards by the 25 card lot. So you purchase 25 cards, shipping's $5. I do it on eBay. And then each lot you get after that, it's just an additional 25 cents because the initial shipping, whether I ship you like a card or whatever, when I do a ground advantage in my bubble envelopes, which makes your stuff stays pretty nice. And I shrink wrap everything, cardboard slats, blah, 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 right? Yeah, it cost me at least $5 to do the first one. Then each additional is really not that much more. So that's why it's just 25 cents. Oh, Kyrum. Okay, we flipped it up already. So we already saw it's a Persian reverse. All right. We hit a gold right off the bat, and we got a Haxorus, which very much reminds me whenever I see the attitudes of Larvatars. Okay, let's get this thing in a sleeve before I mangle it, and I'm pretty sure it's bottom heavy. Yeah, as you can see, left, right looks pretty good. Top is pretty thin compared to the bottom. Now, I'm not sure until I measure it, until I scan it into an app and see what the actual measurement is. But I'm pretty sure that's going to be bottom heavy, which means probably not going to go to PSA in this first batch here. So yeah, anyways, I take all the hollows and those things and put them in, different rows inside those 3,200 count boxes. And then, yeah, when people order, let's say you order one, I'm going to go and give you maybe like 5 billion stars, 5 of this, 5 of that, 5 of that, so that you're not going to hit any doubles for sure. Oh, there's some more EVs. And I kind of just ship them out. And then, if you get at least 4 lots, which really only costs you like $5, and then you're shipping, then you're guaranteed hollows and reverse and stuff like that. Oh, I so like that they started. Oh, look at that. I'm going to talk about that card in a second. I like that mirror finish. Isn't that sweet? I don't know. I think it's cool. It's just a little bit different look to it. Okay, so we did get the Okie Dokie EX. This is an Ultra. It looks right heavy to me. It's pretty standard. Top bottom's pretty good, but it's off enough that I'm going to say, I want to put in a thing just because I'll look at it later and measure it out, but I'm going to say just eyeballing it, that one's not going to be able to go. It's not sliding even to a sleeve. So far, out of the one side of weights, we've had, so if we can stay consistent across the board, and like I said, this is going to start to be pretty much no hits, maybe an EX here or there. I expect to get somewhat similar of this kind of stuff here, and then my better ones on the end. And that's just based on previous openings. So I'm hoping that's not the case, right? I'm hoping that if they've corrected it and everything is so evenly spread out that I don't even know it's another Kyrum. All right, I messed up I messed it up severely. I didn't even grab the code card. I don't even know what's going on, guys. What the heck did I do? Okay. Burfo, we have a Bloodhound. Ursaluna. I just sold a couple of those. Is that centered enough to go? I am going to sleeve it because it's a Ursaluna reverse. I think I have an easy sale if I can get a 10 on one of those. Okay. I might send that. I'm not only going to send the nice one. Sometimes I'll send another one because they can get a better return sometimes, and I can have better cards because there's less foil, so there's less scratching. It's a little bit easier to get a 10 in my opinion if it's centered, and there's not as much competition in the market. Everyone's putting the special illustration rares on, trying to hit that initial. Look at that, another Slevion. Lamar, just the same thing over and over. We got a Stuffle. All right, we got an Okie Dokie. I'm liking it. So far, guys, what do you think? I think based on today's opening, I'm not too worried about the weighing problem. It is super far off. That's kind of annoying. I will put this in a top loader, stay safe, because we're definitely selling this one raw. That is such a shame. That's a sweet looking illustration rare. Let's take a look real quick here. What is this thing? Look at this. Has any dark energy. It gets 100 XP and attacks you. Wow. Dude becomes a beast right away for a basic. That is I mean, really? So you just got to attach one dark, and then then you can live a little longer. You got a 230. Then you got time to put on your punchies. Holy smokes. That's not bad. Okie dokie could be a beast, I guess, right? And then Mad Bite's 100 plus 2 on that first left there. That was a pretty good attack. Okay, we're getting into the end of what would be considered a hit range. And I'm hoping that it continues into the next couple stacks. Fracture. Have you seen the same car recently? All right, so we got a Houndour. And we got a Crobat. And nothing. Duskewer. Dusnewer. If you guys want to write the phonic, if it bothers you, write the phonic spelling. So write it out how it sounds, not how it's spelled, and I will improve. I'm always willing to improve on how I call these things out. Okay, so let's keep going. See, so we're in that. Yeah, like I said, we're into that next range where I think we can start to hit duds, but maybe not. Maybe they're going to surprise me. I'm going to get stuff all the way through. Sneasel. All right, there's the EXs. That's kind of what I expect to get through all the middle stacks. But maybe I'm going to hit another illustration rare. That one looks pretty decent. I've actually had pretty good luck. For all those people out there grading cards, I know we want to get the illustration rares and the special illustrations. I've done pretty well for the cost that PSA has all those on sale for right now. I've done really well with grading some of the just standard EXs and having them move pretty quickly. Now, the benefit is I do get to show you guys the card, and when a PSA comes back, I do have an audience right then and there. So I really don't have to do much with eBay advertising to move them if I get 10. So they do okay. If I didn't have such a good market of people seeing the cards and visiting my eBay auctions, I don't know if I would grade the EXs for sale purposes unless I had like a local store or like a Facebook group I talk to often. Okay. Duskewer, Duskull. Sorry, Duskull. Still thinking about the last name. Crobat, another, and all right. Guess which one we pulled. I think I'm gonna have a few Reverum slaps for you guys soon. Jeez Louise. I'll probably send all these off. Got a busy day tomorrow. I'll probably get them ready and then I'll ship them off on Monday. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow afternoon. I don't know. I have a feeling we're going to nail EXs through these next two stacks. I'd be super stoked if we can get an Ultra. I believe that can happen. But ultimately, if I can find an illustration rare or a special illustration rare in those two stacks, that's going to make me honestly start to believe they're fixing the weighing problem. If I can't, if I can just find EXs, you guys notice anything familiar yet? Slevion. All right, so we got an Eevee, reverse Eevee. That's pretty sweet. And a Evental, and another EX. And there's the, and I haven't shown you guys the promos yet. You didn't miss it if you're still watching. I will get around to the promos. And that one is going to be just a standard old EX. We'll throw it in here so when it ships. So if I ship a card out to you guys, right? If it's on a slab, which I pretty much sell primarily slabs, if I send you this as part of any of the bulk things you do, if you go to my site and you do something, or if I put this on, it ships in this, right? But then cardboard slabs on the outside of it, we shrink wrap it so they stick to it, doesn't bounce around, right? And then you get put in an envelope. So definitely, I know some time punch shipping might be a little bit higher than some people's, but when I ship the slabs, generally they have free shipping, and that's the kind of treatment you're getting. You're getting that bubble wrap envelope with all that care in there. So please do, if you have a chance, support the channel. If there's cards you're looking for, something you want, reach out. Okay, yep, still nothing. And Genesect reverse, and another Kogunk, and another Cresselia. And it looks pretty decent, little right heavy, pretty much par for the course. So I'm going to say that this system of whatever they're doing with the weight of the cards, EXs, in my opinion, are not weighable. You're not going to weigh stuff and find like your standard double rare EX. They've done an excellent job of that. They have been pretty much scattered through all the weights, right? Okay, we got a Cooperhagen, Cooperja, Axew, and a Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu. Totally off cut. Pretty standard. Pretty standard. I need like an elbow rest. You guys ever get that when you're opening a new one? Your house open on 5 cameras and your shoulders just, oh, they're just dead. And I've started my workout regimen trying to get my body fat percentage down to under 10%, trying to up my muscle mass again and just get a ripped 6-pack again. So I've been working out a lot, and it's working real quick. I kind of get the whole gist of it. What do we have? Nothing special. And a Zorak, not what I'm looking for. Yeah, so my shoulders are just dead. Like literally about 20 minutes ago, I did another set of shoulders just to fire up that metabolism again, get that afterburn, get all those carbs throughout the day, which honestly weren't very many, turned into some energy. Got to keep those proteins synthesizing, rebuilding those muscles. Oh, I just jumped the gun on that one. Yeah, so my shoulders are dead. I'm hardly able to hold them up, but I wanted to get this filmed. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a little top heavy. And another reverse Melamar. All right, there we go. We did get an ultra. Like I said, I'd be happy if I got an ultra in there. I don't think I'm going to get an illustration rare or a double illustration rare. It does look to me like it's a little bit right heavy. I don't know what you guys think about that. I think it's probably, turn it a couple more times, I think it's probably right heavy because it's an ultra trainer. I'm going to put in here potentially, because anything I send off to PSA, I do put in these things. Because what happens is they drop it down and they just cut the side and pull the card. They're not going to reach their fingers in, and I hope they're not still, and grab your card. So when you put in the top loader, not a lot of space there. I mean, they're probably good at what they do. But I know they prefer those. Imagine trying to get cards out of top loaders for a full-time job all day long. That would truly suck, right? Okay, here we go. Zora, Cufon, Dusk, Axew. Oh, Academy at the Night. I probably could complete this set, the base set, minus the EXs. I probably could complete everything else. Cresselia. What do we got? Oh, it didn't happen. We got another Tapu Bulu. And then it's the regular one, just like last time. It is not the reverse. All right, guys. So we are probably way over half, right? We got to be way over half. We got to be, there's not 20 packs left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, I guess we're probably just over halfway, and we've seen one illustration rare out of a total of 4. So they're still hanging out, and I'm pretty sure I told you what we were going to find. And if that's an EX on the end, got an Eevee, Seadra, it's got a dinged corner, so that's kind of a shame. I always kind of hope when I see the back, when I do these, at the dinged corner ones. All right, there we go. Got an A-Spec card. Throw that up there for a second. Got a Fracture, part of the Axew evolutions. All right, Cresselia, since we have like 15 of them, I'm okay with that. So far in these middle ones, we did pull an Ultra. This one looks pretty decent. It's left heavy. It's a left heavy card. We did pull in this middle section where I thought I was only going to pull EXs. I did pull an Ultra Trainer and then EXs and the A-Spec. So, I mean, that's pretty good, right? Because it's not just EXs. I mean, honestly, if I was a betting person, I would have bet, if I was going to bet on something, that those would all been EXs based on previous experience. I have, no matter what I've weighed, find that there's variances, things happen. When you weigh the packs themselves, like the wrapper, there is obviously differences there too. So, you know, it's not a true science. Here we go. We got a Night Stretcher, nothing yet, and a Haxorus. But I'm gonna say that it's pretty guessable, and I feel like I can do a pretty good job of guessing. And this is honestly why I say be careful when you buy loose packs. Or you go into these you know, these same exact pack. When you go into nothing, oh, got another Ursula reverse. I still want to get one of those graded. Okay, Zorak. No, I think that's going to be too far. That's too far right heavy. I just think it is. So, like I said, you go into these chat rooms or chat groups or whatever the heck they're called. Remember, I'm old. Remember AOL chat rooms, and all of a sudden, someone's like, "Hey, I got 150 of these Sable whatever packs." If they're trying to get rid of 150 of them, right? So either they got a heck of a deal, Slevion, and they're just opening binders, taking the promos, doing something with them, whatever, and then trying to make their money off the parts, right? I mean, that makes sense. That's fine. Carlos's Tenacity, nope. And still nothing. There's another one. That's the actual rare one. That's top heavy. For the value that card will be, I need it to be on for the risk. For the risk. Yeah, realistically, you know, this set's still coming out and you have all those packs. I just don't trust them. I have a feeling that this, I mean, I was kind of hoping, but then after I hit those last 2 stacks, nothing much except for EXs and kind of an offcut. Ultra, here we go. No ace spec that time. Another Genesec, that's pretty cool. Nada. And nothing. How many Cressias do we have? If I were to be a dishonest person, right, which I'm not, I open everything, right? I don't sell packs, so obviously, mute point. If I was a dishonest person, I would have sold everything on this side of the table for a discounted price, you know, whatever the market is minus, 10%, and then negotiated wherever needed to go, and I would have lost out on whatever's up there. But I feel like the lesser percentage of the packs that I kept we are going to still produce enough. Now, I'm not trying to teach you how to do this. I'm not telling you what the weight groups are, where things show up. But I'm telling you that if I was just out to, make a dime off people, here we go. There we go. That's the same as we just put in there, but now it's the Cassiopeia. And we got the reverse now. That's pretty cool. We got the Tapu Bulu. What does this thing have? 4 energies. That's a beastly amount of energies for a basic card. 140 health, 20 damage to itself. I mean, it's a pretty big hammer. That's 220 attack. And boom, look at that. And that one's so far off. So the other one's left heavy, that one's right heavy. All right, so yeah, like I said, if I would have just sold those ones, someone would have came up with some nice stuff. I mean, there was an Ultra, 3 EXs, 4, and actually I would have kept the first 3 packs based on what they were weighing, and I would have had whatever was in there. I think it was an A spec and the Okie Dokie, or so realistically you would have came up pretty short. You would have got this junk from the stuff that I would have shipped off to you, and I probably would have been able to snag some of those if I really wanted to calibrate my thing. So in my opinion so far, this stuff is weighable. We're about to get into those packs. I'm going to cut to a commercial or something. We're about to get into those packs, but I'm going to tell you right now, based on what I've seen, I think it's weighable, which is a shame. The cool thing is they don't come in booster boxes. I mean, which is actually not cool if you're trying to collect them, but it is cool because it just means that people have to go through a lot more work to go through and find those packs. Let's see. I'm thinking EXs may be something possible, and then hits here, but maybe they'll be scattered. But let's see which group would have won. And if I'm wrong, that's great. I'm totally happy to find that out. If I can find out that I'm wrong, I'm totally stoked. It's the same cards every single time. I have to remember that about these 64 sets, these like half sets. There's not much to them. Nothing, and yeah, nothing. There we go. I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm not, because I need some hits. I need something to make back the money. I need something I can send a PSA to make back what it cost me to pick these up to do the show, right? I just need to at least break even, and I'm happy to do the shows. But on the flip side, I would like the weighing to be, consistent, which means there it is right there. We got our first shiny hollow. Pretty sweet, which means it's probably a junk pack with that in there. Maybe an ultra or something. I don't know. Let's find out. We got a rare and another rare. But we did pull one of, I haven't even honestly looked at the pricing of any of the this stuff yet. And maybe I've already pulled one in a pull. I doubt that I would get only one illustration rare in 40 packs. That would be pretty rough. And like a special illustration where you're not pulling any of those, like any more than a booster box's amount of cards, that would be pretty bad, especially when I'm used to hitting like a 33% hit ratio of better than double. And there's another one of those. I think we found where those live. And nothing. Kyurem, though. Pretty sweet. And we got an EX Kingdra. What do you guys think? Is this thing centered or not centered? I think it's actually, I'm not too confident on the top bottom. I think it's a little bottom heavy. I'm going to strap her up because you know what? I don't have my glasses down here and my eyeballs. I've been working and looking at screens all day. Well, there we go. So we have two Hollow Energies. And we've got a Kingdra so far. That's what we pulled out of this half. We should have a little bit better hit ratio in this sack here, and then finish with the best hit ratio on the end, right? Here we go. Rowlet, Horsey, Dusclops, Genesect, Weevil, something up. There's another one of those. Found it again. Dusk Noir. And I love that mirror finish on those. And another EX. Surprise. Surprise. So we hit, is that 2 packs in a row with a double banger there? With the energy. You know what? This might be centered. It does look a little bottom heavy. Right there. I think it's pretty close. I've got like some plastic things I can throw over the top, which kind of show me approximations of how centered it is. Plus, I did write an app. If you don't know that, that's another thing I do. Oh, I gotta stretch. I wrote an app that I can just scan the card and then it will just, I can find what the centering is. It just makes life so much better. On the flip side, I can also move the little arms around and just kind of check. If I'm unsure, if I'm kind of thinking it's off, I can move them. Pretty cool little thing. Nice little overlay. Wasn't too hard to write. I think ChatGPT could probably write it for you from scratch by now, and things get better and better every week. Okay, here we go. We've already seen all these cards. We're just, oh, there we go. Another one and an A-spec. Is it centered? I think it's actually pretty centered. Holy smokes. Pretty stoked about it being centered. And boom. Is there only, oh, the A-spec does. It takes place as one of the reverses. I think we probably have an A-spec that can actually grade. So that'll make me pretty happy. I think one of the 10s, like 50 bucks, I think I got for an A-spec that was a 10. I got to hurry up and get them off, though, and I'm not even sure what those are going for now. Do you think there might be another energy? So that's 4. I used to get 1 per box, I think. I'm trying to remember how many I used to get in other sets. I don't know if we're going to keep getting the lit up energies there, more hollow energies or not. But we hit an A-spec. We hit pretty much something. There we go. In every single pack, we got something kind of nice. And boom, there we go. Illustration rare and another Tapu. This thing is super off cut. All my boxes. Remember, this was 4 separate boxes for the packs, 40 packs. I would really love to send that thing off, but look at the centering on it. Look at that. Horrible. Top heavy and right heavy. It's going to be a no-go for me on the sand. But I mean, it's such a beautiful card. It'd be so nice. Dusclops. All right, ba-boom. The hits are where we predicted they would be. So, I mean, based on this information I'm providing you, in the comments, if you guys want to help me out, so if you're not going to go and pick up some of the cards I'm trying to unload on you guys, which I get, it's perfectly fine. Watching is free. And if it's another one, I think we know where they're at now, right? Okay. Oh, what is it? I think it was, oh, it's just a dark one. It's a Zorak. I think if you if you subscribe, obviously you'll get notifications when I come back up again. But then also, if you're liking the videos, that helps. Like just a simple like on the video. If you're still watching at this point, if I've entertained you this far, or gave you just some background noise or whatever it might be, maybe you fell asleep to this. I don't know how that would work out. But if I've helped you in any way, please drop a like. And you know what? Commenting. Remember when I do my live feed ones, when I do my live videos, I'm doing giveaways for people who are making comments, right? So we pull the names of people who made comments since my last live one with a giveaway, drop them into a little spinny wheel, go back and watch my last live one. You'll see the ones we gave. I think we had like 6 or 7 giveaways. Ah, boom, another one. I ship those out. Wait 1 second. Nope, nothing. If you're in the 48 states, like the greater part of the US, I will ship it to you for free. If you're in India, you got to pay the shipping to get you the whatever the giveaway is, right? That's fair enough. If you don't want it, you don't obviously have to take it. But if you're in the 48 states, I'll ship it out. I'll keep it in the top loader, put it in a nice envelope, keep it safe, drop a cardboard slat in there so you don't get it dinged up by the postal people, and then you go postal. So yeah, if you're interested, please drop the comments, likes, whatever. Give me some information. Give me the phonic way to say some of these names because they're rough. I think we're just gonna hit every single pack's gonna have one of those in there. And nothing. Could be at least an EX or something. No, it cannot be. It's just a standard rare. So we did pull. I'm guessing there must be 2 per box on energies because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, something. 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 per box. So 25, 20% hit ratio on those. Now, if there's a couple more, these are my last 3 packs. I'm hoping if I have a special illustration rare, that double gold star, that it's in one of these last 3 packs. You think I'll get at least 1 in 40, right? Especially with the number of them that exist in the set, at least the secret side of the set. So let's see what we can pull. Oh, there's another one. So a little bit over that percentage. And boom, another illustration rare. Okie dokie. And then another Ursula card. And this one does, again, unfortunately, same one we pulled earlier. It is off. Look how tiny the bottom is. Oh, Lord. It's just, it's a rough going these days, man. You know? I will tell you that I did call where the hits would be. And if they were centered, this side are doing better. And what's going to happen is, honestly, the cool thing is because I do open every pack, I don't miss out on the well-centered EXs, apparently. So I can make some of the change back that I need from those. But I'm going to tell you, here we go. Got another one. Night Stretcher. Nothing in this pack. Not even an EX. Okay. And that's kind of a bummer how that went. Oh, because the stinking hollow energies. The hollow energies are definitely throwing some packs up on the higher range, but as you can see, the ratio of what the hits were, you can go back and count the number of packs I had on one side and the other side, but I think I'm giving you enough evidence. You know, I haven't pulled a Slevion in a while. Hey, one more. Got the full set of those. Stuffle. Come on. Okay, last pack magic, guys. What do we the Simplia Cassiopeia, whatever it is. Come on, baby. Be there. Oh, Crobat. Best we can get now, I think, is an EX or an Ultra, right? And we got nothing on the last pack. I totally biffed on that call. I did pretty okay with my guessing, but man, I don't know. What do you guys think about the hits I got today? Drop me some comments, likes, subscriptions, all those fun things. Make sure you check out the other videos. Turn on notifications if you do subscribe, because that way you'll be notified. So here, look at this. I didn't pull any of the regular EVs, but I got 5 Slevions. So that, I mean, out of 40 packs, I mean, that's not bad. It's not too hard to get the cards you're looking for. I'm going to see if this is centered enough. I really want to send that off. It might be centered enough. Not really a hit, though. All right, so on the left side, we got 2 A specs. I got a gold. So I don't know, guys. I honestly, you know, like I said, I would have shipped those ones off. You might have came out okay. So that's what I got on the left side. It was a majority of the packs. You have to go back and count the stacks that I put down. But then on this side, we got A spec, 2 of those in there. So, I mean, I guess I probably should have counted. I can go back and look and see. You know, I guess that would have been the better side. I would say, weighing-wise, the ability to find these, right? So the ratio of these illustration rares to the pack count is probably better. What I'm saying is that when you go through and you find the weights that I'm pretty familiar with, and every time it's going to change, so don't ask me because it would change anyways, and nor do I want to give up the information. That's why I don't label them, and that's why I fast forward through that part so you don't hear me mumbling out the numbers of where we put things. Realistically, look at the numbers. I would say these aren't going to do much for me. They're fun. They look cool. I do like the background though. Little Pokeball background. I don't know if these mean well centered. If these were well centered, I did pull an Okidogi on the other side though, and then I did get how many ultras? I did get 2 ultras. So, I mean, 2 ultras, not bad. So I guess figure out what the ratio of packs was. I think it was, it's. Gosh, I really probably should just pause and go check it out. Then I would know. I'm not going to do it. I'll leave that up to you. You figure it out. Drop them in the comments. The person who's accurate gets their name in a drawing the next time I do live stuff. Something more special. How about this? I'll put you in there anyways. But if you actually go figure out the ratio of hits and do all that math behind all that crud, I'll make sure that your name's in a special drawing the next time I do a live video. And the first person who does it, not every person who just copies and pastes the answer. All right, so we got a gold card. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not really centered enough. I just threw it in there anyways. I do have a couple A-spec cards that are going to go out most likely. They look pretty well centered. Reverum. We got 3. I think I got a total of 3 Reverums. I got 2 of this guy. I haven't even... I think some are just off. Yeah, I have 2 of those. What did we... Did we get doubles up? So we got Dangerous Laser, Dangerous Laser, Dangerous... And then I have Natural Zone. Okay. And then Kingdra, Janie's Secret Arc, Okidogi. Quite a few Okidogis in this pack. Right, look at this. A couple more Okidogis. Those will go straight on eBay. So if you want to pick those up, anything in these things, I am going to slap on eBay later on. So just keep checking. They're going to go on there afterwards. And I think I'll probably end up seeing if there's anything possibly I want to put these on for. But most likely, they'll just go in a big box I have of hollow ones, unless there's something I figure I can do with them. I got a big box of this stuff that goes into my bulk rate stuff. I've got the energy cards, which I use for labeling things. And then you saw everything else. The only thing left I have to show you, which I'm kind of excited. I've been more excited about promos lately in the last year or so than I have been before. Super stoked when they had that 151 Snorlax, by the way. I'm trying to see if any of these look well enough center to go. That one maybe. You know what? That one's about the same. That one just doesn't feel right when I look at it. I might have 3. I might have 3 that could potentially go off. The question is, what will they sell for? What do you think they'll go for? But this is the promo. You have your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. During your opponent's next turn, that Pokemon can't retreat. Well, I mean, pretty basic. I don't think you're going to probably slap this promo into your deck. What is the ability? Does the ability really do much for us? I'm trying to get it to go on my screen so I can see. Okay, as long as this Pokemon is active spot, put 5 more damage counters on your opponent's poison. Oh, okie dokie. So that's kind of nice, but it's not like there's... So every turn you automatically do 50. Then you get your 10, which is 60. So 60 is not that big of a deal. But if there was a secondary thing where I could heal myself, then that'd be pretty cool because I could heal myself and use the ability. I don't know. If you have an opinion of what you would use those for, please do let me know. Again, I appreciate you guys showing up and watching. Sorry, my backdrop's gone, so I got that nice big square block behind me. I'll be back to my backdrop soon. This has been Shrouded Fables. Can you weigh it? And I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next time.